What's up, guys? Sorry to interrupt that beautiful castle music there, but I'm going to give you an update of what I've done to this castle. So let's get into it. The first thing I did was I raised these towers here up to about 32 blocks each. I'd say they were probably about 26 blocks high before that. So I raised them up a bit. So that way this birdhouse here looks like it's placed down in there and it's not up flush with the top of the towers. I mentioned that in the last video that I didn't really want this birdhouse to look like it was up too high. So by raising these towers, I was able to fix that problem. Another thing, if you look at these windows, I've added some more detail and I've actually finished the inside of this tavern as well, but I'll show you that in a little bit here. So yeah, this tower still needs some work, and then, you know, I got to fix the windows here, but ultimately these towers are going to look pretty much like the front all the way around. And then I brought this middle section here all the way out so that it's flush with the front of the castle. And by doing that, I opened this whole section in here up. So now this section is about 7 blocks wide. Before it was only came out to about here and it was just a hallway. Now it has a nice ceiling on there, and I'm probably going to turn this into like a big dining room or something. Now it has windows that look out here into the courtyard, and then it's got windows on this side looking out the front. I think that came out really nice. I'm extremely happy with the way this looks. And then I made this walkway or terrace, whatever you want to call it, that goes to this tower here. This tower is going to go up more, probably like 4 or 5 blocks. It's going to be shorter than these towers, but definitely not this short. So I have to get around to fixing that, but let's check out this terrace here. So basically this would be like your walkway from this tower over to this tower, and you would have your little castle nooks here where you can fight off of this, you know, side if you need to. I dropped down this section of the fence so you can cut through if you want to. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for that section there. I extended it a little bit and then I added that. All right, let's go to the entrance and I'll show you some stuff I've changed here. So I brought the stairs out about 3 or 4 blocks. And I finished this whole middle section here. Before, these stairs were all the way in here, so I brought them out to the middle. And now you can see this structure I placed here in the middle that kind of connects to those 2 structures. I placed these windows in on each side. And then I placed that lantern here on the ball structure, so that way it has plenty of lighting in here. I think that looks pretty good. And then I placed these patterns in the floor here so it looks a little more classy. And then as you can see, I've added these stairs that now bring you up into this section. And then you have these stairs that bring you up into this doorway, or for example, this doorway. I made this tower up here, so this is going to be like another little living area, and there's actually a huge library back here that I'm going to show you. So somebody in my last video mentioned that I should change the stable that I had into just a blacksmith station, and I definitely agree. Most castles would have the stable outside. They wouldn't have it inside like I did. And they would have a blacksmith station in the corner like that. So I listened to his idea and I changed this around a bit. Now we have the forge here. You know, we have this wood stove where we would like hammer down some swords. We have the horseshoes, and this is like where we would repair the wagon wheel, stuff like that. To give this room a little more character. And then when you come in here, I think what I'm going to do is put a spiral staircase here going up. So that way you can enter this room. And then there's also going to be an entrance to this room right here, where you can come over to this little walkway. So this is overlooking the courtyard. And there's going to be a quick way up into here through this hatch right here, where you can just kind of climb up the ladder and you can get in that way, or you can get in over there. All right, let's show you the update on the Birdhouse Tavern, and then I'll show you the library. So now when you come in here, these stairs are gone, but we have the spiral stairs instead over in this corner. I think that looks really nice. It takes up way less room. I fixed the fireplace over here, so that looks better. Still got the desk here with the window. Alright, let's go up into this tavern here and I'll show you what I've done. I'm also going to place like a basement over here. Alright, let's go up in so I can show you what the tavern looks like. So you want to come up here, and then as soon as you turn to your right, as you can see, I think this came out absolutely amazing. We got the bar over here. We got all the tables for people to sit at. We got this nice view of the lake and all the snowy trees over there. I found these tarps right here that roll up, and I placed them in there so they look like curtains. We got the wood stove. I'm probably going to place a couple more tables down in the middle here somewhere. I don't know, I think this looks good enough. I thought of some other stuff I could do up here, but it's such a small area, so I feel like this is pretty much as good as this is going to get, to be honest. As you can see, I've built these nice light structures here coming off the support beams. I think those came out really nice. And yeah, guys, that's the tavern. I think this came out awesome. I mean, I couldn't be more happy with how this looks. All right, let's go down and check out the library. So once you come back down here, you'll come up these stairs into this little area. And through this door here is going to be this staircase that goes into this section. And this is going to be the library. As you can see, plenty of books. We got the fireplace down here. I love this fireplace. It looks nice and cozy. And then we have these two little bookshelves in the corner. And then behind this bookshelf, there's going to be a secret entranceway that goes down into like a dungeon or a secret laboratory or something. Still working on that. And then we have these light structures here that I built. I think these came out really nice. Definitely happy with the way this ceiling came out. Yeah, I'm actually impressed with it, how much detail I added to this. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for the update. I wish there was more to show you, but another thing that I'm thinking about doing here is through this door, there's going to be like a big church back here with a big cross window. Right now it's kind of just the entrance to this tower, but I think I'm going to build it way out and have it be like a church building back there. It's probably going to be rounded kind of at the end like I did with this structure here. I placed all these lanterns in here to give it a little more character. I also added this window that wasn't here before. Did some detail work up in the courtyard. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I think this came out absolutely amazing so far. I would love to hear any ideas that you guys might have. Like I said, somebody left a comment in my last video letting me know I should turn this into just a blacksmith station instead of a horse stable. And I 100% agreed with his idea, so I switched it up. If you have any ideas, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I will definitely consider using them. This is going to be such a big, big design that I could definitely use some more ideas, so feel free to let me know if you think of anything. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.